Hi everyone, I'm Anne. Welcome to my channel. I'm nothing special. I have no special skills. I am very ordinary woman, mother of two, a 45-year-old woman who decided to do something good for all of you who want to change your life. How? Well, I have one skill that I've perfected since I was 18 years old, and this skill is prolonged fasting. I know what you must be thinking. Prolonged fasting, isn't this the same as intermittent fasting? We have heard everything about this subject already. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not true. You haven't heard this side of the story because intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting are not the same thing. Why? Because intermittent fasting is fasting done over a period of hours. So you fast for 16, 18 hours and then you eat the rest of the day. But with prolonged fasting, or sometimes called extended fasting, you fast for a certain amount of days. But in my case, you fast for weeks. Yes, weeks. My longest fast was 6 weeks. So that's 42 days without food. And let me tell you, it can be done. I know that many of you are thinking, okay, but how? It can be done. Let me tell you how. When I was 18 years old, I stumbled across, well, my grandfather actually, or grandmother, stumbled across this old Austrian man who developed a special, unique formula of prolonged fasting. He did it because he had a lot of friends and then people who were coming to his house because they wanted to be cured of cancer. They had cancer in multiple stages. They had other incurable diseases, and he developed this prolonged fasting formula for them to get well. And guess what? They did. But this was in the previous century. This guy, this old man that I or my grandfather got this method from was called Rudolf Broys, and his method is called after him, so the Broys fasting method. Now, before I start rambling on about this method, because I really am so excited about this, let me just tell you one thing. I am not a physician. I am not a doctor. I am a simple person, a simple woman who has been fasting for 25 years, 27 years actually. And in those years, I have gained a lot of experience, what to do, what not to do, how to do it better. And this is my unique skill. This is how I can help you if you want to do the same, if you want to get the same results as I did. So what will my videos be about? First, I'll talk about weight loss. Weight loss, why? Because I've been struggling with weight loss for most of my life, and weight loss was the primary reason why I tried the Broys fasting method in the first place. When I was 18, I did it for 18 days. I don't know why, it's not related. And nobody thought that I could do it. But Broys, as I told you before, his fasting method is different than all of the other fasting methods, like water fasting or dry fasting or whatever different kind of fastings there are. Because if you know anything about prolonged fasting, you know that there is one key element that everybody faces along with all of the others, but one is crucial, and that's hunger. If you fast, if you don't eat any solid food, you are hungry. But Broys fasting method is different because Broys, dealing with cancer patients, he didn't have the luxury to afford to starve people for 42 days. That's the longest that you can fast after his method. So his fasting method is from 3 to 6 weeks. So from 21 to 42 days. And he couldn't afford that because his patients were already very ill and he needed to nurture their bodies. And this is how he developed his method. He developed a special vegetable juice that you have to drink every day. Half a liter is the most that you can drink, and you squeeze it daily. So it's freshly freshly squeezed vegetables from 4 vegetables. We will go into the details in the next videos, I promise. But just to inform you that if you drink this Broy's juice when you're fasting, I promise I cannot drink. This is the most amount of a glass I can drink in the whole day when I'm fasting. But when you drink it, you're not hungry, I promise you. So this is one check mark if you are trying to, if you're thinking about prolonged fasting and you don't know what to do. And this is how I lost weight. This was my primary reason why I stuck with the Broy's fasting method. It is so efficient that I lost anywhere from 8 to 12 kilograms in 21 days, depending on what weight I was when I started fasting. And it works like a miracle every time. I've tried different diets, but the method of fasting after the Broy's is the best, and it works every time. So in my videos, I'm going to talk about, like I said, weight loss, but the second thing that I'm going to talk about is the research behind the fasting. Science has started to dive into the fasting process, so how it affects our bodies, our minds, our how do we handle it, how do we take it, how do we manage to get through the days when we are not eating. And scientific research has shown that fasting really is as good as people claim who have done fasting for as long as I have. So now I have scientific data to prove what I've been talking about and raving about all of those years before the science started to dive into the fasting process. So that's another thing. So we're going to have weight loss, research, and also we're going to talk about the Broy's fasting method. So what is it? How does it work? What do you need? And all of the basics. And because I know when I started fasting for myself all those years ago, I know that one thing that I needed and I didn't know where to get it from was motivation, because none of the people that I was surrounded with believed in me that I could do it at 18 with no other reason than to prove them wrong. They all decided that I'm not going to make it. And what I needed most at that time was motivation. So the third reason why I decided to start this channel is to make videos that will inspire you, that will motivate you, that will show you what I went through. I will be speaking about my experiences, my successes, my failures, the difficulties that I went through when I was fasting. So everything is going to be here on this channel. There will be one video per week. Depending on the topic, I will see what your suggestions are. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any experiences regarding fasting, everything is welcome. Everything is welcome in the comments below. Also, if you have some problems that you have already with fasting, maybe I can help. So write it in the comments and let's talk. Okay, I've been rambling and rambling long enough. Thank you for staying, thank you for listening to me, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this video, and I'll see you in the next one.